Today I'm going to show you how to use duplicate stitch to embellish your knitted hat. I'm using a hat that I knit myself, but you could even use a store-bought hat. And I am using Noro yarn. I thought that this was a nice contrast to the color of the hat. And I'm going to do, I think, a little border around the rim of the hat. So to do a duplicate stitch, I find a column of V's and I'm going down where the V meets. I'm just picking one. And then I'm coming back up as if I were duplicating this stitch. And then I'm going to come back down and go to the other side of the V. Okay. Now that I've established I'm using this V, when I go horizontally, I want to make sure and do the same with the next row. In other words, I don't want to go zigzaggy. So in order to keep it nice and even, kind of doing like a peanut stitch, you know, like a zigzag that Charlie Brown has on his shirt. So a couple of things. One is that if your yarn is getting untwisted as you're sewing, you can go ahead and give it a little more twist here. This might not be a problem for all the yarns, but for this Noro, it was getting a little untwisty. And then the other thing I was thinking is, it feels silly to make a stripe all the way around the hat. I could have just knitted a stripe in as I was going, but I do like the way that this little line looks just by itself. So I'm going to stop here. Plus I've run out of yarn, haha. And then when you look on the inside, you can see this nice row, and that's where you slide your needle in and tuck in the end of the yarn. That worked out very nicely. I'm going to tack it down by backing up one stitch and then drawing the needle through the rest. There, that looks good. Boop. Well, I thought I wanted to make a duplicate stitch heart, but as you can see, it's a little too rustic. I want to really show the lines of the heart. And so I'm going to outline it with a pink color. It's a nice thing about Noro is that you can choose different colors from the same ball of yarn. And I'm just outlining the edges of this heart. I'm going to outline all the way around. There we go. And it's going to be a bit of a puffy heart, I think. That actually looks quite pretty. All right, so here's where I can smooth out the top of the heart. And tack that down a little bit. Okay, so now I can see, yeah, that looks like a heart, and then we're gonna head over here and tame this part a little bit. And then we want to connect from here to here. Okay, it's looking better. At first I thought I wanted to fill in the whole center, but I kind of like the way it's turning out. Yeah, that looks really pretty. Got a little pink fuzz there. There we go. All right, I'm going to tuck in the end and call that complete.